Hey guys, and welcome back to another pro analysis video. The pro game we will be analyzing today is Guild vs Crew in VCT Copenhagen, and more specifically it's day 2 map 1. In this pro analysis, we just watch what pros do in special maps and see how they play differently than the average Joe like you and me. One thing you can see just by looking at their agents is both teams ran Sky, Viper, Raze, and double smokes. Let's see how that plays into the game. In this round, you could see that Safe immediately flashes out long, but he doesn't flash to actually blind them. He just flashes for info to see if there's actually a few of them there. And then later onto that round, you can see Crew is slowly pushing onto site, but while all of this is happening, we have Copenhagen and Trex both flanking Guild. And then with the flank, Trex is able to kill Claws, and Copenhagen is able to kill Delzik. And then a few seconds later, one person from both teams die, makes it a 4v2. And then because of that, Crew ends up saving. The way that Crew pushes onto site this round is really interesting. First, they play slow up until they get a pick on each site, and then whenever they push onto site, they just go ham. All of the smokes and all of the abilities go on at once, so it surprises the defenders, and they won't really know. And they won't really have as much time to react than if they all just use their abilities slowly. And because of that, they're able to easily get site. In this round, you could see how Guild literally just gives Crew free site. And the reason they do it is cause they hear this. Fire in the hole! And as soon as they hear that, it forces everyone off of site. And then right after, Claus ends up planning and then using his ult right after. And then Guild do attempt to try to retake site again, but they're not able to do that. So they start going back to save. Look at how Guild retakes site here. No matter where Delzik peeks, he at least sees one person. So cause of that, he sandwiched and he dies. And now it's just a 4v1. Sadly, Kez is smoked off, so Guild is able to easily defuse and win the round. In this round, you would think that the Astro Wall that Coldamenta did would help Crew instead of Guild, but it actually ended up helping Guild. And he did this wall on purpose, cause right outside the wall, he had a star. So whenever they tried planning, he was going to do a suck on the star, and then they were going to be able to get a free pick. But not only that, the next time that someone was going to attempt to plant, Trex was going to throw a nade to them. So yes, they got the plan off, but what did it cost them? It costed them one player and 50 HP off of another player. And because of that, they were able to easily retake back onto site. One thing about Viper I've seen from both teams is almost every round the attacking Viper does this exact same wall. Another thing I saw is as soon as Nagzet won pissed around, he did not force Spexr or a Bulldog second round. Instead, he just bought all of his bullets. And on top of that, on the bonus round, he once again did not buy. And the reason he did this is so the round right after, he could just buy an op, and that would be really good for the team. The way that Guild gets sight so easily this round is first, Safe uses his dogs to clear U-Haul, and right behind it is Trex. And if you look at showers, that's where Leo is. And what Leo does is as soon as Trex is in U-Haul, Leo just immediately ults sight, and that gives them free sight. In this round, look at how Guild literally gets a free pick instantly. Guild knows that Claus is just going to pre-fire the boombot, and Guild is just wall-banging that, so Crew is not going to really expect them to push out. So as soon as Claus tries to break the boombot, Trex peeks him and he dies. In this round, as soon as Coldamenta uses his ultimate, Guild pretty much has a 20-second window to get spiked down. Because if they don't, it's going to be way harder to get spiked down. And that's for two reasons. First, all the defenders are already going to be on site to hold. And second, Crew has a Brimstone ult. So what Delzik does is as soon as they hear the planning noise, they just use the Brimstone ult. Because he's just trying to stall as much time for them not to plant. Because they know if he's not able to get spiked down by the time the Astro Wall drops, the chances of winning this round increase by a lot. In the beginning of this round, you could see that Leo uses his eyeball and a seeker to clear all of showers. And the reason he does this is because he's one away from his ult. So he just gets the ult orb and now he has his ult for sight. In this round, you can see Guild uses 4 of their ults. Rust uses his ult, Safe uses his ult, Leo uses his ult, and Coldamenta does end up using his ult later on to the round. But even after using all those ultimates, they're still not able to win the round. And that's cause when Kez is retaking site, he uses his ultimate and it kills Russ, which really puts their team down, since the Viper ult was pretty much going to win them their round. And on top of that, he ends up killing 2 more people, which now puts it into a 5v2 retake, which is insanely easy to do. In this round, you could see that when Guild is pushing into site, Crew doesn't even attempt to hold site. And the reason they do this is because they know it's last round. It's better to do a 5v5 retake as a team than a 3v4 retake as a team. And now it's overtime. Something you could see that Nagzet does here is even though he only has 5,000 credits, he buys an operator. And the reason is, it's because he's chamber. He doesn't really need his abilities. He's headhunter, he could just buy one bullet, and he could just buy his alarm bot. That's pretty much all his abilities. Something you could see here is Claus is not really playing for his lineups. He used one of his snake bites to cover CT after the brimstone molly, and then right after, whenever Guild was trying to clear him hookah, the reason that both of them died is because they did not peek together. Trex satcheled onto his face, and then Russ peeked right after. Instead, if they peeked together, they would have easily been able to kill Claus. And then whenever Crew was defending, Mazzino was just hiding in this cubby right here, and Guild did not check them. And cause Guild did not check him, he was able to kill 3 people. But not only did he kill 3 people, he also got hold of Spike. And then afterwards, there was only 10 seconds left, and both players were 1 HP. But Mazzino did have the time on his hands. He knew if he didn't peek, he was going to be able to easily win. And he still ended up killing him at the end. And just like that, Crew was able to win the game 14-12. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down what VCT Copenhagen game I should analyze next, and subscribe for more pro analysis. And I also coach members. If you want to get coached, just comment down your Discord name and join my Discord server. Lastly, I'm doing shotgun only to platinum. If you want to watch that, it's in the bottom right of your screen. That's it for the video, guys. Later.